What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in Toluca Lake at an original location of Koo Koo Roo. Koo Koo Roo was a beloved institution in Los Angeles in the 80s and 90s with more than 50 locations of that juicy, skinless chicken at an affordable price. But Koo Koo Roo disappeared in 2014, leaving many people in Los Angeles and beyond sad and worse, hungry. But it turns out Koo Koo Roo is making a comeback and people in LA are excited. So I wanted to find out the history of LA's love affair with Koo Koo Roo. Let's get into it. Koo Koo Roo was the brainchild of Ray and Mike Badalian, who opened the first location in Koreatown in 1988. Michael Badalian had an extensive history as a restaurateur in LA, having operated various clubs and eateries since at least the 1960s, including the Kiss Kiss in Hollywood, where you could eat steak and lobster while being serenaded with Latin tunes, as well as the Seventh Veil, also in Hollywood, an Armenian restaurant owned by the entire family, including his mom and his sister Layla, who was a famous belly dancer. In the 1980s, Badalian made his first foray into chicken restaurants, opening two separate Casa de Pollo restaurants in Los Angeles, which is where the Badalians first applied their secret 6-ingredient marinade, which included pineapple juice, lemon, and garlic. Perhaps most notably, Badalian was one of the founders of Bis Tango, an LA hotspot in the mid-80s that was known for its celebrities and its casual yet upscale vibe that was so popular he even had an American Express ad. So with that expertise and background, in 1987, Mike and Ray decided to launch Koo Koo Roo, the name coming from the cluck of a rooster. Michael said that the name was easy to remember, and it's a name that kids like, which was very important because Koo Koo Roo had a unique approach. It was a fast food restaurant targeted towards adults. The healthy, simple menu initially only featured the chicken, pinto beans, a cucumber salad, a couple sides, and their Koo Koo Roo bread, as well as one single option, frozen yogurt, for dessert. It was really an LA thing, marketing to parents, not just kids, who usually made the fast food decisions. And one of those parents was Kenneth Berg, a real estate broker from New York, who was so impressed with Koo Koo Roo that he invested $2.5 million into the chain after having a single meal there at their second location on Beverly Boulevard in 1990. Berg eventually bought out the Badalians and took the chain public, leading an aggressive expansion into markets such as Florida, Georgia, and even a location inside the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City, New Jersey. In an attempt to diversify the company, Koo Koo Roo launched a coffee chain called Arosto Coffee and also acquired color your own ceramics chain Color Me Mine in 1996. And the next year, they purchased the remaining 14 locations of the bankrupt but iconic LA hamburger icon, Hamburger Hamlet. Despite the seeming lack of focus, Koo Koo Roo grew to 38 stores, most of which were in the greater Los Angeles area, though they were rapidly losing market share to up-and-coming, healthy, fast casual chains. In 1998, the beleaguered chain was purchased by Family Restaurants, the owners of Chi-Chi's and El Torito, for $143 million in stock. But that didn't last long either, as the chain filed for bankruptcy in 2003, leaving the remaining locations in limbo. By 2010, there were only 3 stores remaining: Santa Monica, Larchmont, and West Hollywood. And the last standing Koo Koo Roo in Santa Monica turned into a Fuddruckers in 2014. But 10 years later, that brings us to the relaunch, which is led by Daniel Farasat, his brother Raphael, and his wife Hila. Farasat is an LA native and investor who helped launch Sweetgreen, and he bought all of Koo Koo Roo's intellectual property and all the recipes in preparation for the Koo Koo Roo relaunch, which will first pop up at Chain Fest on October 5th at the Row in downtown LA. And the first brick-and-mortar location is slated to open in late 2025, though there's no word where that location will be as of yet. But based on the tweets, the media, and the overall excitement, the people of LA are absolutely ready for a relaunch. So Koo Koo Roo really was an LA institution with more than 50 locations here and throughout the United States. And people were sad when it was gone. But guess what? They're excited that it's coming back. And now you know the history of LA's love affair with Koo Koo Roo. All right, LA, it's been a minute.